1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey guys, this is Nathan Booth, and this is APD2 Week 1, and this is my project pitch video. I know I already have one on here, and that the original one should be linking back to this one. Shortly after uploading that one, I realized that for whatever reason, there was no sound, and that obviously poses a problem. So, anyways, I'm going to redo it starting now. So, the application that I am making this month is called Hover Player, and it is a video player that has implemented a simple and intuitive way to pause and play your videos without using actual touch controls. So it's more of a hands-free type player. It uses the proximity sensor to determine whenever a user swipes over their device around right there to pause or play the video. So my intended audience are pretty much primarily people that are hobbyists or just people that are likely to follow tutorials on like YouTube. There's a huge tutorial community on YouTube, ranging from cooking tutorials to makeup. There's a lot of makeup ones, and even more bizarre things like cosplaying. And the people that watch these videos have a wide range of who they are. You have people all the way from middle school to people in their 40s and 50s. So my intended audience is that group of people. And it's very diverse, but I feel that it's something that could work out very well. My application features primarily centered around the proximity sensor for pausing and playing. It really provides a faster control than what you normally have. Usually you'd have to tap multiple times on the screen in order to pause or then restart playing a video. While by using this, you don't have to tap anything, you don't have to really do anything to the device. You just swipe your hand over it, and voila, it's paused or it's playing again. It's very quick controls, very simple controls. And other features is that it's able to access YouTube videos, and specifically your YouTube content, as in your favorites and your recently watched videos, along with a search. And it's able to even access your videos that are on your device. So, say you recorded something awesome that you'd like to watch, but you like that quick control over it, you can pause or play. Or another instance where I could see on-device videos being useful is if you downloaded something and you're wanting to watch that, then you can do that. I feel these features, they're kind of weird, but I feel they very much so benefit a user in a way that isn't always the way a user is benefiting, and that it really simplifies something in a manner that most people wouldn't think of. It's something where a person doesn't really go out and say, oh, I'd love it if I could just swipe my hand over my phone and it would pause. No, they would love to have an easier way to pause. Granted, it's easy enough, but they don't really think of it as something like that. And so I feel that it presents a unique benefit in that, people who are wanting a faster control can have it. And people who don't want to have to be touching their phone and smudging their screen, they can have it. This is meant to basically be fully hands-free video playing. So, how does this application integrate with my intended audience's life? Well, I'll use an example that is relatively close to home, as in me. I'm wanting to go to, like, Comic-Con next year. I'm going to be doing a smaller one this year. I'd like to actually put together something really, really awesome for next year. And I'll probably follow a few tutorials to help me with that, because where I have some knowledge of soldering, I don't have a ton yet, and I have no knowledge of sewing, so I'm going to need a lot of help in those areas. Well, both of those things are areas that really require my hands to be engaged for the majority of the time. I can move them out of the way really, really fast, but I can't really put everything down and then go back and forth. I mean, that just gets annoying after a while. It's not a bad thing, but it gets annoying. And so, by having this for myself, I'll be able to just be like, okay, they're doing this, and I can see they're doing this, but I don't know what they're doing on the next step. So I'll swipe over, and I'll do what I need to do, and then I'll swipe over again and continue watching the tutorial. Another thing that I like to do where this would help me is that I like to cook, but your hands get really messy when you cook a lot of times. And so this allows you to pause and play and follow that tutorial, even with your messy hands. You don't have to wash your hands repeatedly just so that you can pause a video and then rewind because you missed part of it since you had to wash your hands, and then play again. And I don't feel that this is unique to me. I've talked to different people, friends, family, even a few strangers about this concept, and they've all thought that it's something where they would use it. They said, it'd be great for these instances, even instances out of it. I've had an instructor say that she thought this would be great for even people to have like disabilities where it's harder for them to touch a specific control on a screen. And so this makes it where they can actually control the device in a much simpler manner than what it normally would be for them. And so, as with all things, it eventually comes back to revenue and ROI. So for this application, I would like to have two different versions. And the one would be free, and then the other would be paid. The free one would be advertisement supported fully, in that it would have a banner ad, at least on the launch page. I really don't want it to be an obnoxious advertisement. I know some people use ads as a way to push their users to go and buy their other stuff, and I get that, but at the same time, I want anybody using this app to have a good experience, whether it's the free version or the paid version, and so I don't want to bog it down with a ton of ads everywhere. Just have them where it makes sense and doesn't take up too much usable screen real estate. So I'm thinking on, like on this screen right here, you can see right here, this could be a good spot for the ad if I move this up. Everywhere else, I feel like it would just take up valuable screen real estate that could be used for actual things that matter. For the paid version, that would make it mostly ad-free. And by mostly ad-free, it would get rid of all the advertisements that I put in it. The YouTube player view that I'll be using for YouTube videos actually has no way to avoid having those advertisements in it. So if somebody has an ad-supported video, it's an ad-supported video, and it's going to play that ad, whether the user likes that or not. Unfortunately, it's not a thing I could just go in and turn off. And so the paid version will be the majority of the time ad-free, as in you won't have banner ads, but you will still have video ads. This is partially a good thing in that it makes it where I can monetize off of this app still. I think otherwise, if it removed the advertisements from these people's videos, I probably wouldn't be able to have a paid app that can do stuff with their videos. I have looked at the terms, and I can have one that, you know, with how it is, I can't have one now. So I'll just run you through my app real quick because I see that I'm going over the time a little bit. And so we have the launch page right here, and that just gives you the option to select YouTube videos or on-device videos. If you do on-device, it takes you to a list that will load in all of the videos that it can find on your device into a list view that you can scroll through. It has a little thumbnail and then the video name. And if you click one of those, it simply takes you to a full screen view that has your video player. And the video player is where you encounter that sensor control. I'm still debating on if I want to have it where you can turn that off. I feel like there's no need to turn it off though, because most of your devices will have the sensor, and if you turn that off, there's really no point in using this specific app anymore. So anyways, back to the layout. If you do the YouTube route, it'll give you an alert that basically says, hey, this app needs access to your YouTube account. Is this okay? If you click cancel, it's going to take you back to the screen. If you click OK, it's going to take you to the screen. Now I want this alert to load once every time the app is like loaded, like opened. I think it should be something that they should know what's going on, and I feel that it opening just once every time they've reopened the app, as in it's closed entirely, I feel that's not a big deal. Here you have your favorites, and that's a list view that I'm wanting to basically have it where you can scroll past that area. And then you have your recently watched, and then you have a search bar. Search, you know, either of these would take you to the YouTube player view. Very similar to the on-device player, just a little different on how I have to set up the controls. And then you have, you know, your search. You're able to search from here, obviously, so you don't have to go back just to search again. And it loads in video thumbnail and video name and the creator of the video. And again, if you select that, it takes you there. Anyways, again, I apologize that I'm having to remake this and that I didn't realize there was no sound on the previous one. And I appreciate you guys watching my video. I hope your guys' week went well, and I hope your next week goes well. Good luck on all of your projects. This should be a really fun month. So, thank you. I'm Nathan. Good night.